Siema, tutaj CrazyPlayerPl i to jest kolejny odcinek z naszej serii z Alana Wake'a. Jest to drugi epizod. Drugi epizod i tak, i będziemy kontynuować grę, tylko sprawdzę jak się nagrywa, żeby znowu nie było tak jak w poprzednim odcinku. Dobra, jestem. Kontynuujemy. Tym klat. Jeśli trafię na zbyt silnych
I'm
wrogów.
home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up. Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Włączę ekspres. Gdzie jest ekspres? Tu jest ekspres.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Nowy TVik. O, nie możesz szybciej.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform also.
Dźwięk. Dotąd. Ej. Dobra. Teraz powinno być dobrze.
Lots of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really? These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last...
It's true what
Okay.
they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Aha.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
When
Spoko.
was the last time? Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
I'm right here, baby.
I'm fine,
jest
I'm
naprawdę
fine. Just get the lights
ciemno.
back on.
Bardzo.
Now, please.
O Boże. Głupia baba.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
Nie no,
I
spoko.
know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you,
Aha.
even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Łatwo
How do
słyszę.
you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Na pewno będzie
Well,
uważał.
then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the
pewno.
image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
Znaki szczególne. Sensowne. Kto to jest? Brak kontaktu. Czy to będą ci, co opętani byli, a my ich
Come in, Mr.
rozwaliliśmy?
Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd locked me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who
Dobra.
is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's
Mr.
Peak.
Wake, can I help you with
Midnight.
anything?
Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some
Dobra.
air. The
Co
sheriff
tam
said
jest?
I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor.
Mulligan here. I'm at
Hey! Hey, you! Can you help me? Can you turn the lights on?
Nie. Na pewno nie włączę światła.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Dobra, jesteśmy. No to bardziej tak. Z misia pociągnął.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week. You and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
No. To chodźmy.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Dobra.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
Okay.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh! Hey! Oh, my!
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Dobra, zobaczę. Fajnie.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
No,
She
fajnie.
even has a fan site dedicated to you. And
wait
she was
here.
very helpful when I was looking for you.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done. Hey, Rusty, right? You rent
O
cabins.
Boże.
Oh, Mr. Wake, I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself.
Fajnie, nic. Nie tu. Aha.
What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice,
Do
and
you
everything's just...
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm. Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
Dobra. Oddaj formularz.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
No dobra, idziemy. Nie będę marnować całego dnia.
Trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out? It's working. Ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now. Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy... Jeez, Mr.
Dobra, siema z powrotem, tylko że sorry, że znowu ta akcja jest. Aż ta akcja, ten motyw, bo gra mi się zamknęła.
I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. You got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Dobrze, chodźmy. Dobra, zamknij się, nie chcę mi się ciebie słuchać, idioto.
What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? Are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice, and everything's just...
Do you understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that?
Wait here.
Zamknij się. Dobra.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Teraz mogą być troszkę dłuższe odcinki, bo badam ten dobry sposób do renderowania.
You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now. Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Dobra. Zamknął się, to możemy iść do samochodu. Otwórz drzwi. Ta muzyka jest normalnie taka fajny klimacik. Taki podobny do Koszmaru z ulicy Wiązów.
Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
No dobrze, to mamy spokój z tym idiotą na razie.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Dobra, tędy nie wyjdziemy, tędy wyjdziemy. Na pewno. Oszczędzać światło! Ty, jaki nieoszczędni ludzie. Jacy nieoszczędni ludzie.
Wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Walk through the door now.
Weź na Lover's Peak.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
No I tak to się zaczęło.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Będzie autozapis. A jednak nie będzie. Czemu? Dobra, maszynopis.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Aha. Dobrze, biegnijmy dalej.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Trochę głośno.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me! Help me!
Ale fajny krajobraz.
Hello?
To jest raz.
I'm back here!
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. Shh. Good boy.
Dobra. Włącz światło.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Aha. Czyli tutaj trzeba wejść. Źle, bardzo źle. Że tak powiem. Bo tu jest ciemno. A jak jest ciemno, to jest źle. A więc jest bardzo źle.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty! Rusty!
Nie, no nie. No,
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Just need hunting licenses.
Musimy sensu, to ja chyba ją mam. Dobra, nie wiem, czy nie mam. Where is Rusty?
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
What?
Please don't feed the animals.
Max nie żyje.
Fishing is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a park fishing license. Obey the park ranger's instructions at all times.
Rusty, no!
Do bears and wolves never approach any other wildlife closer than 25
Gdzie on jest?
Pets must be leashed. Never leave your pet unattended. It is against the law to remove any natural objects or historical artifacts from the park.
No jaki męt.
This includes even rocks you may find along the river, or even simple berries.
No w końcu. Biedny piesek. O wy. Mordę żaden z was nie chciał, nie? Dobra, jesteśmy z powrotem, tata mi przerwał. Ale no okej. Dobra, teraz musimy udać się na to Lover's Peak. Tak jest, Lovers, co ty skupię.
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Okej. Dobra, chodźmy dalej. Maszynopis. Chwila, tu coś leży? Nie. Nic przydatnego. F5.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Okej. Kontynuujmy. Otwórz... z tego co wiem, to teraz mój komputer nowy chyba się skróci termin, w jakim go dostanę. Bo jednak przewagę tatę.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Ej! Toj. Baterie. O Jezu. No, który w mordę? Ej, idź sobie stąd normalnie. No! No. Idź. Chodźmy już. Stąd. To jest niebezpiecznie. Długo tak będziemy, kurde, iść? Wystraszyłeś mnie, gościu. Nie, serio? Brutalem. No. No. A, widzisz jaki skill? Ty takiego nie masz. Jeden. No! Cięcie. Dobra, już jestem. Skończymy odcinek teraz. Chociaż, żeby następny autozapis był. Idź precz. W ogóle... Już nie denerwuję się. Właściwie. No. Mało ammo mamy. Żeby był autozapis, żeby było zapisywanie i wtedy możemy kończyć. O, tam będzie zapis i tam skończymy. Jeden, drugi. Nie. Ha, ha, ha. Nie ma mammo. Ej! Ej! Nie ma mammo! Shit! Cięcie. Dobra, już jestem. Nie wiem jak my go pokonamy. Jak dednę to koniec odcinka. Aha! Jest tam skrzynka z amunicją. No ej! Uciekaj, Alan! Koniec odcinka. Do zobaczenia w kolejnych odcinkach, bo już mi się nie chce teraz. Nara.